Hello guys, welcome back to Rev Games Academy. In this video, we'll explore how to create collectible items and power-ups in Unity. Collectibles and power-ups are essential gameplay elements that add excitement and reward to your games. Collectibles, like coins or gems, help track progress and give players a sense of accomplishment. Power-ups, on the other hand, give temporary boosts or abilities, enhancing the player's experience and adding a layer of strategy. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to create and implement both in Unity, bringing your game to the next level. Let's jump right in and bring your game to life. Here I have a simple level setup. For this tutorial, we need a player character who is equipped with the ability to move around, as well as some sort of a collider and a rigid body, and a player movement script. First, we need to create collectible and power-up items. For this, I will create an empty game object by right-clicking and selecting Create Empty in the hierarchy. Next, we need to add the sprite render component. Before adding this, we need to install the 2D package from the Unity Package Manager. Now I'll add the sprite render component by clicking Add Component, searching for it, and adding. The sprite render is a key component in Unity for 2D games. It's used to display images or sprites in the game scene. You can set the sprite, change its color, adjust the order in the layer, and even flip it horizontally or vertically. It's essential for making 2D objects like characters, backgrounds, and collectibles visible in your game. Simple, yet powerful. Now, I'll select the image to assign to the sprite render. I'm selecting this coin image. Next, I'll change the order in the layer to make it visible. I'll also adjust the position and scale for this. Now I'll add a box collider 2D component to detect collisions and set it as a trigger so the player can collect this item. I'll assign a new tag for this by clicking the tag drop-down in the inspector and selecting Add Tag. I'll create a tag called Collectible and click the Save button and assign this to our collectible item. Now, duplicate this to create a power-up by pressing Ctrl+D and rename it. Then I'll change the sprite and assign a different image for the power-up. I'm changing the scale to 0.4 for X, Y, and Z to adjust the size of the power-up. And I'm placing the power-up right here in the scene. Now we can assign a new tag for this called Power Up. We can add 2 more collectible and place them somewhere else. Great, we have created our pickup items. Now, we need to create a script in the player to collect items. I click the player and I'm creating a script called Collectible, then opening it in Visual Studio. First, I'll take a reference for the score text, which will be incremented when the player collects a collectible. I'll also take an integer to track the score. Next, I'll declare the onTriggerEnterToD function. The onTriggerEnterToD function in Unity is called whenever a collider marked as a trigger comes into contact with another collider. It's used to detect when an object enters a trigger zone. For 2D, we use onTriggerEnterToD. For 3D, we use onTriggerEnter. Now, inside the onTriggerEnterToD function, I'll handle the collision. In this method, when the player collides with an object, the script checks the tag of the object. If the tag is collectible, the score is increased by 1, the score text is updated, and the collectible object is destroyed. If the tag is power up, the player's size is increased by changing the transform local scale to double its original size, and the power up object is destroyed. This method handles item collection and power-up effects by checking the object's tag and applying appropriate actions. Next, I'm writing another function to reset the player's scale after getting a power-up with a delay. I'll call this function after catching a power-up in the onTrigger enter 2D method. That's it, guys. Save the script. Now, let's move to the Unity editor and see how the script works. I'll drag and drop the score text reference into the script in the inspector. Now, let's run the game. Here, you can see when I collect the collectible, the score will increase. And when I collect the power-up, the player's scale will increase. After some time, the player's size will return to its normal state. That's it, guys. Now you can add exciting new features to your own games. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more game development tips and tutorials. If you have any questions or need further clarification, feel free to leave a comment below. Keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you learn how to create collectible items and power-ups in Unity. You can also add effects like animations or sounds to make item collection even more engaging. Happy game developing, guys!